First of all, I like to credit Buffalo, and I mean that sincerely. They've had a wonderful year. Their record speaks for it. They deserve to be here. They've earned the right to be here. The job they did to go to Parkersburg Catholic and win up there, we know from playing up there for all the years how hard that is. That was a good win. They've done well. They've had a lot of great athletes, and they should be pleased. I know it's tough on their end, but I thought they did well. From our perspective, I think we come out focused. I was very pleased with the way our team understood what we wanted to accomplish. I think in the first half, we had some nervous energy, and we didn't apply it very well at times. And then I think in the second half, we saw more of what we want to do and how we want to be, and we were able to get a little bit of a cushion, and then we played with a little bit more comfort, and I thought that helped us get it over the hump.
Questions? Coach, can you talk about the 13-2 run to end the third quarter and how you guys got the lead? What you guys did differently?
We waited, and we wanted to play conservative in the first half, which we did, and we just played half-court man, really just scrimmage area man. And then in the third quarter, we felt a little bit of energy surge. That's when we started picking up in a full-court press. And when we were able to do that, the tempo changed. It opened the floor up a little bit, got us some easy baskets, forced them into some turnovers, and that was the push. That was the big change. Was when we were able to go full court pressure at the right time, get some turnovers and get some baskets. It opened things up for us.
Why'd you wait so long, Bill?
It's a coaching decision, and I'll be quite honest with you. I try to play and I try to coach based on my players and their temperament, their style, and the opponent. And I didn't feel we were as deep as we have been in the past. And so I was trying to keep legs fresh and trying to keep my players with the right amount of energy, because I knew that 5 was probably going to have to go most of the game. And so a full court game for 32 minutes, we're not deep enough to do that. And so it was my decision to hold that back until I thought we could, the same way with my timeouts. To be quite honest with you, I intentionally didn't use any timeouts in the first half. I wanted to save all 5 for the second half, because I knew I was always taught and always believe that when you call a timeout, you make an adjustment. If you don't make an adjustment and all you're calling timeout for is an emotional change, that's not a very good use of your timeouts. I have learned over the years that sometimes rest timeouts are good timeouts. And with this group and the lack of depth, I saved 5 timeouts for the second half, a couple of which I intentionally planned on using to allow them to rest and keep their legs. We discussed that at halftime. We had taken as many shots, as many threes in the first half as we usually do for a game. So our shot selection needed to be better. We needed to quit settling for threes and either attack the basket or get to mid-range jumpers. These young men work hard on mid-range jumpers. They shoot the ball pretty well inside the mid-range, and they finish well around the basket, and yet we were settling for threes. And as I've heard another coach in Morgantown say, we were 1 for 11 from the three-point line. Well, we were open. Yeah, well, there might have been a reason you were open. I'd have left you open too. And so we discussed about better shot selection. The second thing is, we talked about in the first half, we were rushing shots. We were slinging them, and that's flinging them and slinging them, and that's what we were doing. And so in the second half, we talked a little bit more about collecting ourselves, going up and finishing around the basket, being a little bit stronger. It's things they practice, things they know. It wasn't anything special. They just needed to take that energy and channel it a little bit better.